Are you all tired of losing? If yes, then you are at the right place. In this video, I will be teaching you everything about PvP from basics to advanced. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will be a legit pro because you will be landing insane combos to people and people will be like, holy shit bro, don't do that to us. So if you want to be a pro, then you have to watch this video till the end and apply all the steps carefully. Well, first of all, we will need to find a launcher for ourselves. Well, there are a lot of launchers in the market. For example, like the official Minecraft launcher is there, Lunar Client is there, and many more like Feather Client. And there are some launchers for cracked users like me. I especially use the T launcher because it's easy to use and easy to customize, and it is like up to date, really fast and superb. Well, I am assuming that you have selected your preferred launcher. Well, there is a single setting you need to do in the launcher, and for that you need to head into the settings section and come to the memory allocated tab. Yeah, and in this you have to allocate a particular amount of memory. Well, I suggest you allocate half of the memory of your total memory. Like you have 8 GB of RAM stick in your PC, then you are going to allocate 4 GB RAM of in it. And if you have a 16 GB RAM of sticks in your PC, then you are going to allocate 8 GB RAM, and so on. Well, before we start the game, I prefer you install all these mods and load up your fabric version, whatever you want. Well, these are all the mods that I use, and yeah, there will be some more mods that you will be requiring, and I will let you know about those later on. You need to go in the option tabs, accessibility settings, and turn off your wow effect and damage tilt. Well, the thing that does this removes that unrequired shakiness that you get on getting hit by your enemy, so you can more focus on your enemy and don't worry about your aim just shaking out of the way. FOV effect does that is removes the extending of your screen when you sprint in the game. Like it just completely deletes that and there is no extending of the screen. It's much more ideal to have this off because whenever you are PvPing and have a speed potion, you don't want your screen to be extending like crazy, so it just removes that mess and makes it clean for you to PvP and focus on your enemies. Well, the only legit way to master control is to completely stop using a scroll wheel, because that's a bad habit, you know. You just gotta use your hotkeys so you can be insane, yeah, and better than others in some insane PvPs like SMP Kids, Crystal PvP, Maze PvP, because using hotkeys is far better than that scroll wheel. So yeah, go play some games, master your technique, and don't use the scroll wheel to master your kit, yeah, and stick to 1 or 2 kits. Don't go on playing every game mode out there because it's just inefficient until you master 1 or 2, then shift to some another game mode. For the basics, there are 3 types of hits, okay, in the game. Actually, let me just change this to there. Yeah, first one is sweep tap, and you don't wanna do that at all because they suck. Yeah, don't do that ever in the world, ever in your life. Instead, you wanna do this knockback hit, because this is much better for combo extenders and stuff like that, and it just throws your enemy. Yeah, throws your enemy. I don't know. And you, for this to work, you need to do this. Yeah, you need to sprint and hit, sprint, hit, sprint, hit, and for it to work for multiple times, you need to reset your sprinting. And for that, there are some basic techniques that I will be discussing later on. And after this, we have our crit attacks. And for the crit attacks to work, you need to be falling from any height. It doesn't matter how high or how low you are, you just need to be above the ground and in the falling motion, because you can't do it in the above, like you are going up, right? You can't do any crits like this, you need to fall down. The first technique is W tapping, and in order to do that, you need to reset your sprinting by leaving that W key after each hit. And yeah, we are doing the knockback hits in this, so we are resetting it every time we do a hit. And the second technique is P crits. P crits mean punish crits, and in order to do that, you need to take knockback or maybe a decent height from your enemy, and when you are about to fall, crit them. You can see that in the screen clearly, right? He's hitting me, I'm in the air, and then crits. I'm in the crits, that's it. It's just simple as hell, bro. And our next technique is strafing. Well, in order to do the strafing, you just combine your knockback hits like W tapping or S tapping, yeah, and then use your A and D keys to move here and there. Yeah, the goal is to not be hit by your enemy and just destroy his aim or something like that. Well, the server that I use to practice my PvP is veltrix.club, and you can play on that. It's for cracked and premium users both. And yeah, especially in this I can get some pro players, but they are not that good if you ask me. Some of them are really great, but most of them are really bad. So I guess using a premium server for practice would be really great. But if you're a cracked user, then this server works really fine, and the IP of the servers will be in the description. You don't have to worry about that, and there are several lot of things in there like kill effects and stuff like that. You can try it out. Well, this is it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I suggest that you practice this a lot more than you think you can, because practice is the key to success. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.
I'm outclassed and it's outrageous.